What's going on, everyone? It's Rich Lux. In today's video, I wanted to talk to you about the time that I got fired from Victoria's Secret. So let's go. Okay, so I'm back. So this happened about a couple years ago. I'm not gonna say when, but it wasn't anytime recent. I really wanted to do something with my summer other than traveling. I had just got back from traveling and I wanted to do something. So I had a friend of mine that worked at Victoria's Secret and she said, hey, well, we're hiring, why don't you come by and apply? So I applied online, and then what happened was I got a phone call, I went in for an interview, and I remember the day I went in for that interview, I wore something very, very minimalistic, Dior Poison, V-neck, Chanel pendant, Chanel earring, Dior Poison for my interview, and I got the job. Well, basically, I want to work here because I wanted some extra cash for the summer. I don't plan on staying here long. I was like, I love retail, but I don't love it in the sense that I want to make it my all. I just want to work here so I can afford Louis Vuitton. And her face was just like, so that was basically it. So I worked there for exactly 3 weeks, y'all. That wasn't even enough to afford a Sarah wallet by Louis Vuitton. So my job was, I worked in the back and I did a lot of like processing and merchandising and visualization is what I did. But one day I got a coupon for a pair of free panties. Now I don't wear panties or anything like that, but a friend of mine, that it was her birthday, and I was like off that day, and I was like, let's go shopping. So we went to another mall and I used my panty coupon for her, and I was like, yeah, pick out whatever you want. So when I got to the register, I was like, here's my coupon and here's my associate number. And the girl said that she couldn't use my associate number or the coupon, I could only use one or the other. So I just used the coupon and it went through, and I got a free pair of panties. I gave it to my friend and she was like, thank you so much. And I was like, happy birthday, blah, 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 blah. So fast forward like a week later, I was in the back working again, and I absolutely do not care about like the brand that I was working at. Like I said, it was like a summer gig. I didn't care about their lotions or potions or panties or bras. I was just there to make money. And I knew I wasn't gonna stay there that long because summer was almost over. So I got a call from one of my managers, which is a total bitch. She was just like, can you come see me in the office? I was like, yeah, sure. So then I went over there. Now the reason I say she's a bitch is because like, I just don't like people who you can just like, you get around them and you know they just have like negative energy. She just felt like she was always stressed out and like snapping at people. So I really just stayed my distance away from her. But everyone was like, she's a bitch. And I saw her like talk on the phone to employees, and she was just like really mean. I was like, yeah, that's a bitch. So anyways, I was in the office and she was like, how's your day going? I'm like, it's doing pretty good. I'm kind of full, ate some Taco Bell earlier. And then she was just like looking at me kind of odd. And then she was like, well, I have somebody who wants to talk to you on the phone. It's somebody from our corporate. And I was like, okay. So then she gave me the phone and I was like, hello. And then there was this guy and he was asking me how my day was going. And I was like, I'm kind of full from Taco Bell. And he was just like, okay. But I mean, people ask or whatever. So then he beginning to ask like what I do over the weekend. I was like, well, it was my friend's birthday, and then we went yachting and yada yada yada. And he was just like, oh, you go yachting, da da da. And I was like, yeah, no big deal. The conversation changed, and he was just like, well, I want to talk to you about this panty coupon you use on this day, and what's up with that? And I was like, well, I got a coupon and I went to go use it. And he said, well, it's on our store policy that employees cannot use store coupons. And I was like, well, I just got hired. The training wasn't really all that. I kind of got thrown in here. I was not told anything about no panty coupon. I didn't sign any paperwork about no panty coupon or anything like that I know of. And he was like, and for that reason, we're gonna have to have you pay for it. And I was like, okay. And I was like, they'll pay for it now? And he was just like, well, yeah. And then he was like, and we're gonna do a further investigation and we'll give you a call back shortly. So then like, I was just kind of like, what? And so I asked my manager, I was like, does that mean I have the weekend off? And she was just like, just wait till we give you a call. And I was like, all right. So I left the store. And she told me to go ahead and leave, and it was just kind of like weird and awkward. And then like 3 hours later, I got a call back from her, and she said, hey, I just want to let you know that we're no longer gonna need you to be working at Victoria's Secret. And I was like, does that mean I have the weekend off? And she was just like, yeah. And I was just like, yes. And so now, like flashback some years later, I look back at that situation and I was like, wow, like I'm so glad I didn't have like a lot of responsibility, like raising a family or anything like that, because that would like really suck to be let go over such a small technicality like that. And what makes me like crazy is that when I went to the register to pay, how come that girl at the register did not tell me, hey, it's against our policy to use the coupon if you're an employee? Like, it should have been stopped right there. Like, that's what I don't understand. And then what I don't understand is how come employees can't use coupons? Like, we are a customer at that point. I understand not using the discount that we get, but you should be able to still use a coupon. So that was just kind of like weird or whatever. It left like a weird taste in my mouth. But I don't really shop at Victoria's Secret because I don't really like any of their items there. And because they kind of like market toward women anyway, so it's less of a reason for me to shop there. But I mean, I don't use their products, so I really can't give you a review if they're good or bad. I just don't personally use them because I don't really consider Victoria's Secret like high-end luxury, so I really don't shop there anyway. But anyways, that was my video about how I got fired from Victoria's Secret. Leave a thumbs up, smash that like button, check out my other videos, and see you next video. Peace.